The day has finally arrived. For so damn long, I have wanted to try green hair. It's the only color I haven't been. It's also the only color that I feel very drawn towards right now. Like when anyone's talking about forest green, my ears prick and I'm like, forest green what, sorry? You want to decorate your house forest green colors? That sounds lovely. Look at this middle parting I'm rocking, by the way. My fringe has finally grown out to the point where I can put it behind my ears. Getting a bit bored of every hair color. I think the only color that I actually feel drawn towards is forest green and like a fire truck, or no, not fire truck red, but like a deep red. So I figured because green would be a nice color to be before red, green is a good color to go now. I have blue on this side of my hair. It's faded to this lovely color. I did my roots last night. Well, my boyfriend did my roots for me, thank the Lord. I have him because I just get so bored of doing roots. If you want to see how you can do your own roots, I've got a million other videos out there that show you how I do my roots by myself. But if someone's around me that can do them for me, you best believe I'm asking them first before I attempt it myself. Usually I go for a 20 volume. This time I went for a 10 because I actually ran out of the stuff I usually use. And the stuff I usually use itches my scalp and it's very, like it irritates a little bit, comes down and it's fine. But the roots are usually quite like bright. It didn't lift as much, which panicked me at first because I looked in the mirror when it was on my head before washing off and I was like, this is not gonna lift up my hair enough. But actually, I think I need not to make it bright white up there. I did a test, quite a big chunky test as well, because I looked at my Venus Envy Manic Panic pot and I was convinced it looked like it had changed color. I was like, has this like lost pigment over time or something? I have heard that sometimes can happen. I'll kind of show you what I mean. By the way, yes, I got my nails painted. I never paint my nails, I'm a new woman. Ooh, don't want to tip it over. Can you see how that looks kind of like, it's very, whoa, okay, I did exactly what I said I didn't want to do. I'm actually working tomorrow at a shop that I do tarot readings for people at. It's something I actually want to talk about in this video because this video is just going to be a catch up of my life and stuff while I'm dyeing my hair. But because I've got that tomorrow, I'm like, if I do this wrong, I'm going to look like an absolute tit. I could put a beret on maybe and cover the carnage, but I'm hoping this goes okay because I'm working tomorrow. Let's go. Why did I put my gloves on before I parted my hair? I've just got green on the blonde side. Why did I put shit? Why did I put my gloves on before parting my hair? Great start, Ellie. Okay, so how are we? How are you? I have basically been working all day. I don't think I've actually like spoken about this on any videos officially. I think I've kind of hinted at it, but not officially said. Another little side hustle at the moment is a transcription job. I am officially a transcriptionist and I flipping love it. The fact I found something that I enjoy so much, which I know not everybody would be willing to do, kind of feels a bit like a superpower because I'm like able to do something that I know other people might not find the energy to do. And if you don't know what that entails, it's basically being paid to be an eavesdropper. Being sent audio clips of meetings, court cases, disciplinaries, all kinds of things, and typing it up all word for word. And I'm a fast typer. I love listening to people's conversations. I'm a good listener. And I'm very observant. I'm a nosy effer, so it's the perfect side job for me, and so that's basically something else I've been doing, keeping myself busy. We also had a boiler man come over today, and you've guessed it, replace our boiler. Is that irritating to look at? Who knows? What I do know is I need to put this on though. Yeah, we had a boiler that, presuming from everyone's reactions when they see it, it was installed in the Georgian times. The boiler dude mentioned today, he was like, this was probably installed when you were born. He was like, it's probably about 26 years old, and I was like, do you ever find that when builders come over to do stuff in your house, they don't leave the house as they came in? They leave the place looking like a dust pit, and there's just mess everywhere. Manly men will be manly men, and they'll just and then leave. Thank God we have them, because what would I have done without that? But at the same time, like, clean up after yourself. Where's my hair dye? What can I say? I told you I was an observer. That's something I've observed. Oh God, I'm just nervous. Okay. Hold on, this is the big moment. Everyone knows this feeling who dyes their hair the first. That looks blue as hell. Oh my God. It's fine, I did a strand test, it's not blue. It probably will be blue at the roots. Oh, whatever, it's done now, isn't it? I kind of purposely did this a little bit earlier than anticipated. Like, I was gonna do this next week, but I figured if this goes slightly wrong, if it's not a colour that I wanted, I've got a bit of time to sort of fix it. This looks so similar to the colour I've already got on my head, because I wanted to get this done for going down south, as I'm going to go see my family soon. I don't know if anyone saw the vlog that I made with my sisters when they came to visit, but we had a jolly old time and it was so cute. But now it's my turn to go visit them, so that'll be nice. We're actually going to Butlins for a adult weekender. You know, in Butlins it's like a tacky like holiday resort that you can go to, usually with like kids as a family, but they sometimes do big adult weekenders, and there's like cheesy tribute bands and stuff. Why aren't my gloves on? That you can go watch, and you basically get drunk for 4 days. It's very British culture. So we're gonna be going to one of them for my sister's and her wife's 30th birthday. Cannot believe she's 30. And so yeah, I kind of wanted to have my hair ready for that. We're going to be dressing up as lots of different 90s characters. I believe that my sister's wife is literally dressed as Blobby for one of the days, so that should be exciting. My outfit ideas are Lola Bunny from Space Jam, because that's one of my favourite 90s movies. And what was the other one I'm doing? I've already forgotten. Oh, a Dalmatian from 101 Dalmatians. And then I think the other day is just going to be me dressed as me, to be honest, because I realised, right, it's a 90s themed adult weekender, and I realised, like, researching all these 90s outfits and stuff, it's basically what I wear already. I'm clearly very accidentally inspired like without realising, by grungy 90s fashion. My wardrobe is that, so now I kind of know what to say when people are like, what's your fashion sense? I'm like, well, alternative grungy 90s. I've never known what to say before, but I guess now I do. We've actually been to Butlins before. We went for my other sister's birthday, and I'm hoping it'll just be another version of that, because we had a wicked time, we really enjoyed it. I'll be on my period again for it though, gutting, because last time I got in the pool, knew I was coming on any minute soon, but I was gonna take the risk anyway. And then when did Ellie come on her period? Right outside the swimming pool. I said to my sister, I was like, is there any like blood coming down my leg? She was like, no. And then I was like, okay. And then she sort of did a double look and she was like, yes, reverse, reverse. So I like ran back into the changing room, and it was embarrassing, but at the same time not, because like we're a woman, it happens. If I'm gonna, you know, bleed out my vagina in front of anyone, it'll be my sisters. I mean, probably my partner actually, but I should probably start working on the back. I'm kind of avoiding the back because I hate doing the back, but it's gonna be done, it's gonna be done. What else has been happening in my life? Yes, I am what you might call a professional tarot reader, if that's such a thing, at a local holistic shop. I am the official tarot reader, and honestly, I kind of spoke about this in my money making magic video. Go watch it if you don't know what I'm talking about. I made a whole video on trying to cast spells, and one of the craziest things that happened during that video is the fact in that same week I happened to come across this store and I was offered a job there. I 101% feel like I manifested not only that opportunity into my life, but the lady behind the business, the couple that run the business, that sort of energy, that giving, caring, open-hearted, open-armed energy. And I'm just so inspired by it and grateful from it, because it makes me want to be that for other people eventually down the line when I'm like established a bit more and in a position to help other people. And I think that's that's the point of everything, isn't it? In life in general, it's like about picking each other up, not forgetting who helped you when you needed it. And I'm realizing and like noticing a lot of people in my life who have like been that for me without them probably realizing, like little doorways into opportunities and helping me on my way, because just this opportunity in itself was so nerve-wracking, can I just say. Like doing this whole tarot thing has taken me a while to like find my proper confidence and everything. And obviously I read for you guys who know who I am, and that's a different story, I think, to like reading strangers. So like this was really a big leap for me, and I was crapping myself on my first day, but everyone was lovely. I found my confidence, you know, people believed in me. They gave me the opportunity because they believed in me, and I went with it. And now in consequence, I believe in myself a whole lot more. I've got a whole lot more confidence. I feel more optimistic about my future, and it's helped me like make wiser choices in my own business and my own career, because I believe in myself a little bit more. Like I'm now doing more one-to-one video call readings with people. If you've already booked one with me recently, then yeah, thank you, appreciate you. Because I'm not gonna lie, like with video calls, you can ask anyone in my life, like friends, family, doesn't matter who they are. I would refuse to kind of talk to them online because it would just give me crippling anxiety. Like, you have no idea. But I've like slowly crept out of that from joining lots of like Zoom calls or tarot communities that do little like Zoom catch-ups with one another, or amazing witchy communities that do like online based events and things. And it's helped me like realize the potential, and just diving into the deep end and doing like FaceTime calls with clients I don't know at that shop as well, because I do FaceTime as well as face-to-face readings. It was a huge thing. Like everyone was like, are you gonna be okay? Because I know you don't like them. All my friends, that is, people that know me. And I just didn't want to think about it. I was like, I'm not gonna think about it. I know I hate it, but I'm just gonna, you know, I can't say no to these people who have now booked a reading, who don't know who I am. I can't back out now, I've just got to go do it. Plus, I couldn't say no to an opportunity where this lovely lady was just like, do you want to use our store to like read people in? And I was like, how can I say no to that opportunity? Do you know what I mean? And everyone who I knew that already reads professionally was saying how rare of an opportunity that is, and how lucky I was, and how could I turn that down when that was exactly what I'd been asking for. So not only that, it's helping me grow confidence in and out of like work situations too. It would be amazing if you could let me know in the comments how your life's going, what updates you have, what's going on, what's not going on, what kind of things are you working towards or trying to build on. I'm loving this colour. I mean, Lola Bunny does not have green hair, but you can't, you know, change your life around one fancy dress night, so I could have gone as Joker or something, couldn't I? I'm gonna go green all over eventually. I need to get rid of this blonde, as much as I'm sad to leave it behind. I can't have it forever. I do miss having like one hair colour all over. I also think that what I do is a very isolated job. Being able to connect and socialise with other people, interact and like enjoy company a little bit more is really good for me. As much as I told myself for so long that it's not for me, I think actually sometimes you need to try the things that you tell yourself isn't for you, just in case it can show you something that you weren't aware of that you needed. And I think what's funny is, for so long, like I've had so many readings that I've done for myself. I receive so many messages like through different like divination tools that I've tried, and mediums and stuff have always said to me, I need to group up with other people, team up, have like more of an association, like as a unit. I would just work better that way. And I've always been like, nah, I don't know about that. But then everyone always says it. And then this happens, and I'm growing so much and I'm loving it so much. I'm like, God, I wish I listened a bit earlier. Do you know what I mean? As well as that, I've also been told that I should travel more. Like every medium I see or every reading I do for myself, I'm always encouraged to travel, to talk to more people and to travel. And I don't travel anywhere near as much as I probably should. I've had more of like a drive to, and like my kind of inspiration to like making more money and doing well financially is so I can travel more. But at the moment I'm just a bit confused and lost about like where I should be traveling, but I'll work that out. There's a few places that are coming to mind, but like I've got the travel bug recently and I've never really had that. All of my friends get the travel bug. And I'm just there like, yeah, I'm okay in my little house. But now I'm like, nah, I want to dart around a little bit more. I don't even know if I want a base, like a home base as much as I used to, even though that's like sensible and ideal. I see other people with like caravans and stuff, motorhomes and stuff, and I'm like, oh, it looks so good. Or people that just like hop around, not necessarily like in different countries and stuff, even in the UK, just the idea of like being on the move and trying different places just is appealing. And I'm curious about whether that's going to be something I do more in the future soon. And making content in different places and new places, and just making the idea of making content, like making documentaries in the future or something where I'm like communicating, socializing with people all over the country and learning about their lives. That's something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. I've always been obsessed with documentaries. I would really enjoy that. It's just finding the funding to do that is a whole different ball game. But when there's a will, there's a way, and if I have a will to do something like that, I think I will push harder in making the money that I need to do that for my career. Like literally, it's scientifically proven that once you have a kind of reasoning behind why you want to build up your income, build up money, you are more likely to when you've got like an actual goal of what you want to spend it on. The rest kind of finds a way. I heard this thing the other day. I was watching this documentary, and this is a little bit of a controversial topic, I guess, but it really like sat with me. It said something like the poorest, lowest income family will always find the money for a funeral. And I mean, I've literally been in that situation within my family. When it really needs to be done, when something really needs to be done, people make it happen. When it needs to work, people make it work. And I think that's like a belief system that I've really tried to ponder, reflect over recently. And I think saying yes to more things is gonna help me go with the flow a little bit more, not resist how things are trying to present themselves to me. I feel like I'm waffling, but I think the point I'm trying to make is there's lots of lovely people who I feel I'm very appreciative of right now, like giving me feedback and advice. That's just generally something I would advise people to do. If there's something that you want to do and you know others who are in the kind of boat that you would like to be in, don't be afraid to step forward and ask them how they got there and advice and what you can do in your situation. There's more people out there willing to help and advise than you maybe believe, and there are people who will push you up if you need it, and let them do that, because you know, remember that they're doing that in order for you to then later do that for someone else. So don't think that, you know, they have to have something that they're in it for. Do you know what I mean? Like just a little phone call with someone that can give you some advice and tips on something that you need to know. That's something I experienced with someone recently, and I was so grateful for that because they really didn't have to, and I felt like them giving a bit of their time to me. They don't realise that, but it changed like the course of how I'm working like in my business and how I believe in myself now. And I could have easily said like, oh, what's in it for them? Like, why are they being so nice? But that's the whole point, isn't it? Just to like push people up while you're in a position that you didn't used to be in, and then making those connections with people that will have your back like you had them. And perhaps like the person they pushed up has gone even further beyond them, you know, they can help them up. That's the whole point. How did we get from dyeing hair to this chat? I'm not sure, but I like it so far, and I'm just gonna show you. So this is a little bit wacky lighting, but this has a very strong blue pigment to it, so I'm very, very curious about how this is going to dry. I have heard from people before that green generally does give you a lot of blue hues when you start working with it. I mean, it's not the end of the world because I think it's still a nice colour, but it might mean that I'll have to experiment with a... Adam, if a green isn't blue based, what would the other one be?
Yellow.
A yellow based green, God. I don't think I'd even be able to put that over a blue. Well, maybe let me know in the comments if you are aware of a non-blue based green. Adam, you're in the mirror, say hello.
Hello.
Wave. Does this look green to you? Let's compare it to something green. I don't quite understand the logic behind it, because it's not even like a green blue, it's like a pure aqua blue. And I kind of felt a little bit gaslit at one point, because I was like, maybe I've just because Venus Envy as a name doesn't really give away a color in particular. I mean, you would guess green, but I thought to myself, maybe I got that wrong because I had that pot for so long and I just assumed it was green, but actually it was blue. So I googled it, and no, everyone who uses that color goes green. So I don't really know what happened. I don't know whether it's because I had blue underneath, but I wouldn't think that the amount of blue I had under this would do this. But I have been on a little lookout for an alternative. I've asked people who I know who have successfully gone green what they've used, so I've got some recommendations for next time, which is good. So I'll just basically give it another shot. If it wasn't for the fact I spoke on camera about loads of life updates and was chatting to you about stuff that I wanted to put out there anyway, I wouldn't have uploaded this video, because I would have thought, what's the point if I didn't actually achieve the green? But because I basically did a bit of a life update and there's stuff that I want to put out there still, I am still going to post this video, even though it seemed a little bit redundant and stupid and not useful to anyone who actually came here for the green concept. I mean, that itself just goes to show that it doesn't always pan out as you anticipated when you're playing around with hair dye, because it is actually quite a nice blue, not gonna lie to you. Not that I wanted to be blue again. I do actually prefer this blue to the blue I had originally, like before this, which is quite hilarious considering I picked that one specifically to be blue. So perhaps I'm going to be blue for a little bit longer. I don't know. I'm just going to wing it from now and just be blue for a little bit. And I'm sure you'll see what I decide to do eventually on the channel, as I document all my hair colours regardless. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video. I'm on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I also have a Facebook for my tarot readings and Instagram for my spiritual side. And I'll love you and leave you, sending loads of love from my house to yours. Bye!